Good morning, everyone. The Beatles. To start us off here. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too today.
I just got to say it. I'm tired. Those Oscars stink. Every year, everyone talks about watching the Oscars, and then you realize it sucks. It's so slow. It's so boring.
And they started later this year.
What time they start?
8:30.
Why?
I don't know why they did that.
They're only concerned about the West Coast. They don't give a shit about the East Coast.
Oh, is that why they did that? To try to get some more West Coast viewers?
Probably.
Oh, my God. And then you try to live tweet it, and you realize there's nothing really going on that you can even goof on.
Well.
And then I went to bed at 11:30, and you miss all the good awards.
You miss like an hour.
Yeah, an hour, but it's all the good stuff. They just shove in the last, 20 minutes of the show?
Yeah, all the big awards.
So I watched the first 2.5 hours where it's all the nonsense awards, all the who gives a fucks. Best editing, best sound mixing, best short film, best anime. Who gives a fuck? Movies you'll never see.
That's the only reason they do that stuff, because they know you're going to wait for Best Picture.
Right. But why can't they spread it out a little bit? Because they shove all the big ones one after another at the end of the show. Maybe take a couple of those and move it in the middle of the show to keep people interested.
They don't want people going to bed. Because everybody's still buzzed. They're like, ooh, the show's starting,
man.
and blah, blah, blah.
They also don't want to lose the audience.
Yeah.
I think the audience would lose interest. That's the one the audience cares about. So I think that for the enthusiasm to stay in the room, people would probably be like, they're not going to walk out.
Oh, no, but I understand you got to keep a couple of them for the end just to keep the audience, but maybe take a couple of them and just move them a little, sooner just to kind of keep it rolling.
Is Best Actress early? There's one of those. There's a couple that they start
Best
off with.
Supporting Actress is basically the first award. So it starts off like, oh, okay, and then it's 2 hours of holy fuck, this is slow and boring.
I heard they left some people out of the montage too.
Joan Rivers, and
was it because she didn't do movies?
It's probably because she basically, said fuck you to all those people for years with her red carpet thing. I don't know.
I think they liked her, though.
I think she was in a couple movies over the years, right?
Was she, though?
Yeah, she's been in a few movies.
She should have been there.
The documentary that she did is a movie.
That's true.
Exactly, and it was well received, as they say.
That's true.
Well received.
Yeah, but you get to watch like a lot of the fun musical numbers.
Huh?
The fun musical numbers.
What do you mean?
Like you get they do those early on.
There was one really good one which I watched at the end.
Huh?
A musical number.
Which one?
I thought that Lady Gaga's tribute to Julie Andrews was very good.
Who?
Mama Monster did a very wonderful job.
I'm with you.
She was belting out those tunes really well.
She pulled it off.
Of course she did.
She probably should have covered up her trumpet tattoo, though. Show a little respect for Julie Andrews.
What do you mean cover up her trumpet tattoo?
Julie Andrews is like royalty.
Gaga's royalty.
I agree.
I think Gaga puts up her flabby arms and there's a trumpet tattoo on her right arm.
Mama Monster was using that to trumpet call to all of the little monsters, and we heard her.
Did you have your claws up?
Yes, I did.
We're not playing the number.
I'm born this way.
We can acknowledge that the number was fine and she pulled it off, but we don't have to play it, do we?
Well,
I don't know. There's another version that was pretty good.
What version?
The hills are alive with the sound of peckers.
Peckers.
Was Chip singing along and coming up with fun lyrics?
Just that one.
That was it.
That's it?
That's it. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm done. I did it. I figured it out.
Yeah. Sometimes Travis enjoys one and it gets done.
And that's it.
That's it.
I guess they changed the time so you could get more red carpet in.
Yeah, because...
What does that mean?
E does their red carpet.
Right. And then they're told to beat it.
Right. They have to stop at 8.
They tell them to scram because it's ABC's exclusive.
And then the network wants their own red carpet.
Right.
Because they know they'll get people to tune in longer because you got to watch the red carpet.
But wait a minute. If they have so what are the people doing? Just hanging out, waiting outside, or are they just pre-taping?
No, they're just kind of, they all go to the Oscars later.
Yeah, they pre-tape some of it, but also the red carpet's longer, so You know, like the people get there early, they'll tape it.
Oh, well, ABC tapes some shit ahead of time, of course. But
they got to pack in that half hour of just goodness.
Of goodness.
Yeah, just figuring out like who's wearing what and who's excited about who. Just super exciting stuff.
You're pissing off the feminists, Sam Roberts.
Why? That's what I'm watching for.
The ladies want to be asked more questions than, what they're wearing.
It's the Oscars. What possible questions would you ask? I mean, you ask the guys what they're wearing.
Reese Witherspoon.
Who do you hope wins the Best Actor award this evening?
Right.
Have you done that before?
I have. Hello. I've saw a lot of your motion pictures. Competition spheres. Who do you think should win Best Picture this evening?
You took the mic away from your mouth halfway through.
Yeah, yes, I did.
I'd watch that. I would watch that very thing.
Jim Norton's poorly worded questions.
Yes.
Julianne Moore. I mean, in Boogie Nights. You did a wonderful job, and my friends and I enjoyed it. But tonight it's different. What are your thoughts?
Well,
terrible implications to that question.
Reese Witherspoon started some trend or something. Ask us more. What was the hashtag last night? Ask us
Drunk
more.
driving.
I think it was ask us more. So basically, stop asking us about our dresses and ask us a more intelligent question.
Like panties. I'd like to ask that.
That would be the way to go, right?
So, what kind of cunt covers you wearing?
Yeah, the hashtag was ask her more.
Reese Witherspoon is always so good with questions. She's the one that asked police, do you know who I am?
I am.
Hi, Reese. I know who you are.
Remember
and then
the cop
pause.
thing?
You just pause. So do you think that people should not be calling the police pigs? Do you have a comment?
Just trying to ask more.
Yeah.
Yep. What were the highlights, E-Rock? You watched? Who watched? Sam, you watched?
Yeah, I watched a bunch of it. There were some highlights. I mean, everybody was raving about the opening number with Anna Kendrick and Jack Black, and of course, our host for the evening,
Jack Black is quirky.
NPH.
Well, Jack Black interrupted the opening number.
Oh no!
That's why he's the metal god, Grammy Award winning.
Yes.
Jack Black.
He was all right. I mean, it was fine. The opening number was fine.
Some funny stuff they like.
You like what?
It's just it's great. Yeah. What did they do to interrupt? How do you interrupt? Nobody came out.
All of a sudden, he was in the audience and was like, I need to get involved with this.
For a second, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were just doing the intro. What's going on here with this guy?
It was very involved, the intro, wasn't it now?
It was. Interactive videos going on.
Right.
NPH dancing with the screen.
I wish I could have interviewed some of those people after.
Like who?
Maybe Neil Patrick Harris.
What would you ask?
Hi, Mr. Patrick Harris. Jack Black's interruption, was that planned or were you as surprised as I was at home?
First of all, he'd say nobody says Mr. Patrick Harris.
I think so.
No.
He did a Birdman thing, though, and he walked out in his tighty whities. People are talking about that this morning.
A lot of questions raised as to whether or not he was stuffing.
No, there were two little...
back he was.
there were two weird little lumps in front.
Oh, no.
Those are testicles.
Yes.
No, man, they were tiny. They looked like big zits.
Oh.
Did you see the close-up of the tighty whities? Something was going on in there,
Guess I didn't look close enough.
He's probably wearing something over his cock. Whatever it was, probably the outline of whatever he had over his cock to cover the fucking...
shaft?
Yeah, to keep the helmet from showing.
Okay.
Yeah. If you zoom in on that, Sam, you're going to see two weird little lumps.
What do you mean if? Zoom in on that again.
Ask me twice.
Well, that's a tough... you're losing quality now with that picture. A few people screen capped it, and there were two weird little, it looked like...
on the outside of it, on the out?
Right, like in the middle, like two marbles or something. So I think you're right. I think there was something in there to make sure you didn't see helmet head. And whatever that was sticking through, making his penis look like it might have problems.
I bet the celebs were buzzing about this.
Oh, they were.
They sure were, Jim Norton. They sure were.
It's a very hefty bulge. I would assume that there's some kind of help going on.
He's got a bulge pocket, though.
Yes, a very hefty bulge.
Yeah.
The bulge pocket.
Action.
See on the sides, there's something going on there. So I think Jim Norton's right. I think there was some kind of
of course,
some kind of coverage to make sure there wasn't an impression of a mushroom.
That's why he must be all cocked. This NPH.
You think so?
He's in good shape. I would hate to walk out of the Oscars with no shirt on.
Can you imagine doing that?
And they would hate it too.
There's like a billion people seeing you walk out in your tighty whities. All right, a billion people watch Is that what they're saying these days?
It's about $1 billion.
About $1 billion?
Yes.
It was Elaine Stritch, whoever she is. She wasn't in the old death montage. Joan Rivers and her.
Who was Stritch?
I don't know.
I
Can
know
you see
her.
a picture of her?
Yeah, you'll know exactly who she is when you see her.
So why didn't they put her in the death montage? Oh, that lady. Sure.
She wasn't the one. She wasn't just in the most recent James Bond, was she? That's not her, is it?
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, that's not her.
What did she die of?
Old age. Probably. Look at her.
She was 30. She looked like shit.
Left out a 2015 Oscars death montage. And Twitter is outraged.
Joan Rivers, because she was there all the time. They all knew her.
Right.
So I'm guessing because she didn't do a lot of movies.
Well, she was a big part of the Oscars, though, and that's the show they're putting on. She was a staple on the red carpet. That alone should have got her on the death montage. And then she was in what? Spaceballs?
Yeah, she's in a few movies here and there. She did her documentary,
Piece of Me, which was a great documentary she did.
Robin Williams, I'm sure they showed.
They showed the Robin Williams, yes. Yes, they did.
Did he get a nice applause?
No applause.
They cut down the applause because people started noticing that, some get a bigger applause for being dead than others. So a couple years ago, they dropped that, so you can't hear people reacting to the death montage.
Well, they should to get less reaction. I'm sorry, a sound editor on Gone with the Wind should not get the same applause
as Robin Williams,
as a guy who just has been doing
exactly.
It's like giving every dead guy a trophy. There's only one dead winner.
Absolutely, that's a good point. That's the era we live in. Yeah. No one can get more cheers than anyone else,
even in death.
Yeah, we're cheering their life.
Oh, what was in the suitcase? What was in the dumb suitcase?
It was his predictions on how the Oscars would go and who would win.
Whose suitcase?
It didn't work.
He set up some bit the whole time. It was a suitcase and some Oscar winner, whatever her name was, the black chick that won last year. She had to keep an eye on it the whole time. It was off to the side of the stage, and he kept referencing it. And he tried to get Robert Duvall involved, and Robert Duvall didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Good.
And no one gave a shit. And then what? They revealed it? What was inside? Just his predictions in general?
It was his predictions of how the night would go and who would win what.
So what does that mean?
Just a fun thing.
His actual picks?
Yeah.
Supposedly. Because when he pulled it out and read it, everything was correct.
So it was a magic trick?
The winners, what people said when they would accept the awards, like everything that happened on that show wound up.
How the fuck did he do that?
That's what they were looking for.
That was the bit?
That was the bit.
Oh, God. Horrible. Just horrible.
I mean, the real thing that everybody's talking about is once again John Travolta makes a horse's ass of himself.
Kidding.
What did he do again?
Well, he did a couple things. Did you see the screen cap where he's looking at the invitation game guy?
Yes.
Of course.
Wow. That was that's the shot of the night.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes, that guy. So he got caught kind of gazing toward him. Right? Look at that. Look at that. That picture is everywhere today. If you haven't seen it, we'll put it on our Facebook page and we'll tweet it out.
He just likes him as an actor.
But Travolta was very happy that he could gaze at Cumberbatch.
His hair really grew since that gym photo.
It sure did, huh?
Wow, he's a good head of hair on him.
Blessing.
He
comes right in.
He don't give a fuck that people know he's bald. He puts on his Oscar wig and he's good to go.
Yeah.
So he did that. And then also ScarJo. Good old Scarlett
Oh, that I saw a
Johansson.
picture. Oof.
Yeah.
She didn't want to be kissed by him on the red carpet.
Yeah. I mean, it was still only the beginning of his evening, but...
True.
Did she not want to be kissed by him? It looked like she didn't.
It was extremely awkward. What was he doing there? Like,
he was just trying to have a fun moment on the...
trying to have a good time.
Ew. Did it work?
He's like,
No.
hey, man, if I get to kiss her and she reacts, then maybe people will leave me the fuck alone for another month.
Well, she knows he's not hitting on her.
Look at the look she's giving.
He really is. I think in that moment being like, oh, that gym thing really
Right.
tarnished my reputation.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, ladies man Travolta needs to come back on the scene
Yeah, and get a
this year.
smooch on the old red carpet.
If she reacts and it goes viral, people will be off the trail for a while.
She is fucking lovely.
She is. Well, the haircut isn't lovely, though.
I don't mind it, actually. It shows her face off. The two fucking queens we sound like. Oh, I don't know. The hair is no good. But what the heck? I think it shows the
Her
cheekbones off.
choice of jewelry is a little questionable.
Oh, I know. A little low cut for my taste. A couple of fucking mows. Mows in the morning.
Mows in the morning.
I think she looks really pretty. I want to kiss her.
The hair's a little weird, but yeah, she's gorgeous, man. Yeah. She's a weight. So then,
Sweet. Do you miss that?
Never.
No.
No.
No, bring me
Well, I mean, the big thing was
he
fucked up with Adele Dazeem again.
What do you mean he fucked up?
You didn't hear that? That's what.
I thought he got the name right this time.
He got the name right, but then he
groped her.
He used his hands to assault her face.
He did kind of a Joe Biden.
Yeah, but like worse.
Yeah, he really wants people to not think he's gay. We don't know if he's gay. Jesus.
But
Well,
that's
you
I
can
think
say
he still
he's-
want people.
I think he
to
sues
that.
people for that.
You could say he really wants people to think he's not gay. That's because if he's straight, he wants people to think he's not gay.
I want people to think I'm not gay.
Good luck.
I think he's just trying to throw people off, and it's not working between the Scar Joe and what he did to the lady from Frozen. What's her?
If there was
What's her
video
real
of him
name?
eating pussy, it wouldn't throw people off the tree. We all know that he probably enjoys a cock occasionally.
Here's the Frozen broad.
Adele Dazeem.
Did you notice her boobs looked a little deflated? Did you see the side shot when she was walking out? They're a little deflated, aren't they?
A little bit.
A little deflated.
A little bit.
And then Travolta comes out.
That smells like dicks.
I deserve that. I deserve that. But you, my darling, my beautiful, my wickedly talented Idina Menzel.
You got it.
It's still holding
Is
her
that
face.
You did it. That was so good.
That's a cute
It's not
moment,
like it's gonna
though.
Follow me around for the rest of my life or anything.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Whoa, was he referring to some rumors there?
No.
No, just as a. It would be funny if she threw that at him, though.
Oh, you mean the gym thing?
Yes. At least I don't like the fingers of the same gender in my asshole. Comment.
Why is she talking like
I don't know. That's how I imagine her talking.
That's not what she does.
Oh, I don't do good impressions of lady singers.
No, you didn't.
Can you go back? I think he was having a little fun with the other rumors there, Sammy.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
I think it was just a mistake on
I
her
think
name.
that's what he was
I
doing.
think he might have been referring to when he called her Adele Dazeem.
Yeah, and
That's
his
her
hand
name,
smells
though.
like fucking onions, like balls, just touching her face. She's like, ugh.
Why doesn't she own it? She should just change her name to that and just own it.
What? No.
Because even though he corrected this year, no one's going to remember that. She's still Adele Dazeem. She'll always be Adele Dazeem.
Well, now she's the chick who got her face molested.
True.
John Travolta is dictating her public image.
True.
Dictating. Thanks, Chip.
Clever.
Wordplay humor.
Yeah, that's the best kind of humor.
What about the emotional moment of the night?
Terrence Howard?
That wasn't the emotion. No.
What did he do?
I mean, Terrence Howard was a little.
I think the teleprompter went all kooky, and then Terrence Howard was trying to make believe he was just getting emotional or something.
That's what it felt like to me too.
Right?
Ew,
Yes.
he made up emotion?
I don't know. He was brought to tears almost or something.
Yeah, like he was reading a list of nominees for Best Picture,
Ew.
and he was like, "This next movie is just incredible." I mean,
He got
so-
he got distracted, and then he was trying to make it something that it probably wasn't.
Couldn't he just say that something happened, the teleprompter wasn't working, or
Or he was fucked up, because some people think he was just fucked up.
either way, he was lost up there for a moment in time and did not want to acknowledge that.
Good
Right.
actor?
Oh, he's great.
He is a good actor.
He was wonderful when he came in here.
Yes.
Wonderful. We were supposed to have him again. I don't know what happened.
He didn't come in to do the serious.
Too busy with Empire, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Which I hear is
New
doing.
character.
I guess he's promoting Empire.
Let's see the Terrence Howard moment.
Okay.
Please.
Hope we don't get cheated.
Oscar nominee, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Hold on, Oscar nominee. Oh, maybe it was Best Actor nominee. He's won.
Huh?
He won an Oscar.
Did he win an Oscar?
Terrence Howard? Has he never won? I thought he won once.
I don't think he won.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe he was just.
No, didn't he win for
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, or was he just nominated?
I think he was just nominated.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Well, I'm going to
The
go with
song
what the
won.
lady said.
He got fucked in
Crash.
He absolutely should have. I thought the supporting actor was amazing. Okay, my mistake.
Terrence Howard Oscar nominations comes up in the Google. So he's had a couple nominations over the years, but he has not won. Go ahead.
Paul, would you go to be great? Huh?
How far would you go to help someone find the greatness in themselves? That's Whiplash. This film, this story about a young musician desperately trying to please his ruthless teacher is a thrilling symphony that's both, it's mind-blowing. Our next film, is amazing. I'm blown away right now myself.
I'm uncomfortable.
Our next nominee for Best Picture reveals...
Everybody at this point, everybody's like, "Is he doing Selma?
Right?
Like, is it going to be a Martin Luther King tie-in? Is it?" He was not.
He looks a little out of sorts.
He looks suited.
He looks a little suited. Yes,
you would know.
How the visionary father of modern computing, Alan Turing, helps defeat the Nazis only to have his own greatness stripped away from him because of his sexual orientation. The Imitation Game is as potent and uncompromising as Turing himself.
And he's touching the mic.
The spirit of Dr.
Ew,
Martin
is that what the
Luther
fucking
King
noise is?
Jr.
You
given voice
clod?
in our last nominated film.
Oh, stop it, Oprah. You have no shot.
The men and
Who's that
women
beard?
who took a firm stand against discrimination
that's it.
as they forged a
And he
path.
kind of gets on track, I guess.
The Imitation Game was the shit.
You saw it.
Yeah, Alan Turing. What a tragic fucking story. But it was really good. It was about them decoding the Nazi, what were the machines called that the Nazis would communicate with? This is where you need Ant. He'd know it immediately.
Right.
Walkie-talkie?
No, not a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, the walkie-talkies.
I don't know.
No.
Some kind of decoding.
Did you look in the room and look at
Machine.
E-Rock because he looks like Amon Gertz, so you thought he might have the answer?
No, that's a good one, though. I didn't even think of that. He should be shooting a prisoner every morning with no shirt after hitting on Helen all night. No, it was whatever the Enigma machine was what they used, and Alan Turing and them figured out a way to intercept the messages and read them. It was a really good movie. Benedict Cumberbatch might have won an Oscar for it.
He did not.
He didn't.
He did
You
not.
weren't quite sure?
No, I'm saying it was possible he would have won. And then the real Alan Turing, after they said that he ended the war 2 years early by figuring this out, which saved 14 million people, possibly. And even if it was half that, 7.
That's what they're estimating, right?
Yeah, but he committed
saved
suicide
millions.
because he was considered a criminal because he was gay. So he was fucking arrested for being gay in the 40s in Britain. Ungrateful motherfuckers. They didn't know what he did, though. I think nobody knew his contribution.
They didn't know his contribution at the time?
No,
Until
it was top
after his
secret.
death?
No, probably. I don't even know until how many years later it was.
Wow.
That was a top secret thing. I think that they interpret. There's one scene where they have to let a boat full of innocent civilians be killed because they intercept the message, but they know if they go in there and they stop the attack on this caravan of boats that they're going to give away that they have decoded Enigma. So they had to allow it to happen just to protect the fact that they had the code. It was really great.
Wow.
After little these fucking civilians dying.
I might have to see this movie.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Better than I thought it would be. I had no idea what it was about. I says to myself, throw caution to the wind, bucko. Put a movie in and have yourself a ball.
Man, the life that you lead.
It's crazy. Sometimes I'll just pick up 2 movies and whichever one makes it in, makes it in.
Really?
Yep.
Did you call your mom last night?
No, why would I?
Well, J.K. Simmons told everyone to call their moms and dads last night.
No, I didn't. It was probably too late.
He really encouraged everyone to call their parents.
Why, did his die? Like, what's the...
I don't know. I mean, he's an old guy, so I guess it seemed like his parents might be still alive.
I don't know for sure,
but that's what he did with his acceptance speech.
He's awesome.
In Whiplash?
In everything, but yeah, in Whiplash.
He's good in those commercials.
He was good as J. Jonah Jameson. Spider-Man.
Oh, is the...
And he was Schillinger in Oz.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in Superman, too?
That I don't know about.
I
didn't see the last Superman.
I think he might have been in Superman as the guy.
But he was really good in Whiplash.
That ran the newspaper or something.
I didn't see Whiplash.
No, that's Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Opie.
How could you not know?
I feel like he was in both movies, though.
He could have been. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm holding strong to that.
One is Marvel, one's DC. I don't see that.
Those universes don't cross.
That's a good point.
Don't. I'm writing a big movie about the Marvel DC guys that get together, but I don't have any rights to the characters, so it's going to be hard.
Why would you waste your time with that?
I'm writing about them, but just people. It's like, I'm not allowed to show Spider-Man. I don't have the rights, so it's just people talking about him. Like it'll be like or Superman. I can't get Superman, but people will be in the I'm gonna show the back view of people in an office looking out the window.
Yeah.
My God, he's flying! Look at him! He's just through Spider-Man.
Just pronouns the whole time.
They're just dictating what happened.
He and she's, no actual names.
That'll be the name.
Can you use the names?
Yeah. Sure.
A lot of camera angles of just missing the action,
missing the action with the bricks falling.
Someone goes, look over there, and the camera gets there just too late.
Well, you'll see a little bit of a red cape.
Right.
Oh my God! You just missed Superman. He was here. What happened? And then what happens is they go into a conference room and they sit down and have coffee, and he describes the fight.
Yeah.
And do you see the fight or?
No, we're not allowed to show those characters. I don't have the rights to them.
Right.
It's gonna be really good.
Sounds wonderful.
You don't think so?
No.
Andrew in Jersey. Andrew.
Hey, Opie, I'm going to call you out. You called J.K. Simmons an old man.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's about 5 years older than you.
How old is he?
60.
No, that's more than five. That's more than 5 years, sir.
All right, maybe 7 years.
He looks like shit then if he's only in his late 50s.
He's 60.
He's 60. I had him pegged for I would have said 64.
He looks all right.
Yeah. He doesn't look all right.
He's good in Juno.
He's a very good actor, though. What else about the Oscars? I guess the winners. Best picture was Birdman. I don't know if that was. Jesus. I got a shitty copy of Birdman, so I don't know if it was a good movie.
I thought it was really good.
I did too.
Dennis Falcone gave me a copy of Birdman, and the audio was horrendous.
I went and decided to see a good copy in theaters.
Well, that would have been the thing to do, because with that jazz stuff through the whole movie,
right?
Whatever copy Dennis Falcone got, that's all you could hear in his version. The dialogue was way below that jazz stuff.
Who knew Dennis Falcone was in the business of trafficking bootleg movies?
He absolutely bootlegged this. The quality was horrendous.
Wow.
These days, when you get a copy, you don't lose any.
It's not tough. It's digital copies. So it's not tough.
So where did he get his copy?
I don't know. He has his two VCRs plugged into each other.
I bet you that's what he did.
Yeah. Cocksucker.
You liked Birdman, right?
Loved it. Yeah, it was really good. I didn't think I would like it because I'd heard so much about it. Keaton was amazing. Emma Stone was great. Edward Norton was fucking phenomenal. Zach Galifianakis was good as his agent. Yeah. Really good movie.
I got to see it again for real.
Yeah, it was good.
I did like what I saw, but it was really tough to hear the dialogue.
A little weird. There's a few weird moments. The ending was a little weird, but I mean, it was enjoyable.
None of those guys won for their performances, though.
No,
just it won Best Director and Best Picture and Best Screenplay too, right?
So you would think they would throw someone a bone for their acting.
I wouldn't have given it to Stephen Hawking's guy.
His performance was great.
Yes, it was, but I mean, he didn't move the whole time. How hard is that just to sit there and go like, "Oh, hey, look at the moon"? I could do that.
He did sound like Stephen Hawking.
Look at space is big.
That was his first theory, wasn't
Play with my dick, my arms don't move.
I think it was a little more than that.
That's all he did.
Space is big.
I want to pick up that pen, but I can't. Right.
Is the Elephant Man or Stephen Hawking?
Both.
Oh.
The Elephant Genius.
Hollywood loves those type of roles, though.
Yeah, but
they always go for those type of guys.
Birdman too, though. He's a fucking actor. He plays the guy who's over the hill. You figure a lot of them would relate to that.
I think Keaton's performance was better, but the guy from Theory of Everything did a fantastic job.
Yeah, poor Steve Carell. I haven't seen Foxcatcher yet, but he never shot.
No.
He was good in Foxcatcher.
I'm sure he was, but I mean, against a guy who plays an old actor, and then the guy who plays a fucking theoretical physicist.
And
wasn't his year.
And Bradley Cooper in American Sniper. American Sniper didn't really win anything, huh?
No, of course not. Montel Williams.
I think they won for sound or something.
Yeah, sound edit. Well, of course it wouldn't. It's the same reason like Zero Dark 30 didn't win. Anything that paints. Maybe they didn't deserve to it. I didn't see it. But anything that paints certain actions by the U.S. government a certain way, Hollywood's never going to reward that.
Montel Williams was fucking pissed.
Why?
Why?
He was tweeting all about it.
Why was he pissed?
Because he thought that American Sniper should have gotten some recognition.
It did, for sound editing.
Yeah.
He wanted to go beyond the sounds of American Sniper.
Best sound editing. There you go. It won something.
That's good.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew.
That was it, right?
They won for their pew, pew, pews, I think. That's about all they won, man. I got all the big winners here, and that's the only award American Sniper got.
Yeah. I mean, it was not. Yeah, it didn't win Best Actor, didn't win Best Picture, didn't win Best Directors.
Yeah.
No, we just know one Best Sound Editing. You don't have to name all the things it didn't win.
What did Montel say, though?
He was tweeting that he made some reference to this is why the veterans don't get respected, and
Well, it's just you can't give an award just because that's like some anonymous member of the Oscars came out and said, like, am I supposed to vote for Selma because there's black people in it? Like,
right.
People were saying there wasn't a diversity in the.
But what was the black angle? There just wasn't a lot of black movies this year, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it comes down to? I mean, it was Selma, and what other black roles or movies were there?
It was also because I think Selma only got nominated for Best Picture. Or did it win? No, it got nominated for Best Director, not Best Picture.
No, it got nominated for Best Picture.
Then it didn't get nominated for Best Director.
That was pretty much the only nomination it got, Best Picture.
So people thought it was snubbed, and then also.
But didn't Selma come out late too?
I mean, if it came out on time for Best Picture,
I know, but a lot of these movies have had a lot more time to kind of, gel. I don't know. I just assume that the best movies and the best performances are being picked. I never think of it as a black-white thing, do you?
No. Only when it comes to dating and people living in my neighborhood.
It came out on Christmas.
Came out on Christmas.
Yeah. Really late for Oscars.
I mean, that's Oscars. I mean, a lot of those movies. That's when Birdman came out. That's
American Sniper.
That's when they put out Oscar
I guess
movies.
you're right.
Whenever Roland wants us to take someone, he'll be like, they're doing a movie, it's got Oscar buzz.
Oscar buzz.
Like, it could be fucking January 8th and the movie that come out, it's like Oscar buzz. And it's not any Oscar buzz. What do you mean Oscar buzz? It says Oscar buzz in the movie.
No, for next year.
No one could explain the black-white angle on this?
Well, people, I mean, it's probably more of an issue because it's not like there are a lot of black movies that weren't nominated.
Right.
But that in itself is probably the issue with the industry, not as much with the Academy. That there aren't as many good black movies being made.
I tapped out.
Well,
Just saying, Sam. Sorry.
I don't know.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think they're pushing a little too hard. There just weren't a lot of black movies, period. What do you want from me?
At one point, Neil Patrick Harris was standing in the aisle next to the gentleman who played Martin Luther King in the movie.
Right.
And they're applauding, and he goes, "Why? You didn't vote for him." There was constant little jabs at Hollywood being too white throughout the whole ceremony.
From who, Patrick Harris?
Yeah.
It was a big story, though. I mean, it makes sense.
It's maybe cool to make fun of it because people talked about it, but
Yeah.
Well, just because they make the movie Selma, everybody should be nominated. They didn't think the performances were up to up to par.
But it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of, I get why would you not nominate it for Best Director if it's nominated for Best Picture? And everybody was saying, I didn't see the movie, but everybody was saying that the guy who played Martin Luther King was awesome.
Yeah.
There's so much that people are tapped out on race.
They sang Glory, though, and everyone started crying, so there you go.
That won Best Song.
Of course. White people love a good uplifting black song.
Boy, were they crying in the audience.
Yeah, were they?
Oh, boy, were
A bunch
they.
of white people were crying.
And they mentioned Ferguson and putting your hands up and all sorts of stuff. Did you see this performance? Oh, no. No?
I was out to dinner.
You were the smart one among the group because this was truly a waste of time in the end.
Yeah, I would watch it if I was home, but it's just Sunday night. It's too long. It's boring me. It's a little bit I'd watch. You know, if it was a 2-hour show, I'd hop in there.
Mm-hmm. Cool, yeah. Plus wrestling's on, so.
Exactly. What was this one called? Road to Perdition?
No. It's Fastlane, but that's another story. We're talking about the Oscars right now.
Fastlane.
We're on the fast lane on the road to WrestleMania, but that's a different.
Yeah. Let's listen to a little Glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory.
song. Not cool.
Hands to the heaven.
All right, good enough.
Who's that rapping?
That's Common.
That was Common.
You didn't even hear him.
And become legends. Since it go with
Let John Legend do the whole song. He has a really nice voice there.
The song won for best song.
religion to us.
What is this?
Justice is juxtaposition.
I'm sorry that people rap
for all, just stay
since
specific
1980.
enough.
Yeah, but not when Selma was happening. They didn't. Hey, did you see that Civil War documentary? Slayer had a great song in it. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make fucking sense.
It just makes the song too wordy.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
speaking to the community today. It's not supposed to be a
Yeah,
song from.
no.
I think these guys babble like that because they don't actually have a voice. John Legend has a voice. You want to hear that all night? Listen to that voice.
Glory comes, it will be ours.
There you go.
It will be
Nice.
ours.
Dip it, dip it, dip it.
How come he's got those two earpieces and those are not matching?
Now there's a choir that comes out.
Oh my God.
Now the war is not over. Victory isn't won. We'll fight on to the finish.
Is Common done?
No.
He's going to come back and wreck the song more?
Obviously, he didn't.
I hope he raps a little more.
Thank you.
Got this great voice and a choir. You don't need the ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, he is just wrecking this fucking song.
They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles from dark roads, heroes to become a
Hundreds, isn't it? Hundreds of miles.
Did they show this in the fucking... Oh, good, they have all these people walking across a bridge. It's amazing to... I guess they're honoring the song, but they do this entire production for a movie that didn't get nominated for anything.
Right.
Except for Best Picture.
that we bleed through.
Yeah, you're right.
Now we right the wrongs in history.
All right. Oh, wait, no.
Annoying me.
Was it annoying you? This rap music?
I don't mind rap. I'm tired. I'm just tired. No, I don't mind rap. But just make it a rap song. You have a nice melody and he's got to come out. I'm just going to say shit in a row. They threw hoses at us and they won't do it. No, we got it.
Yeah, man. I
was enjoying the fucking melody. Stop it.
I don't like the combination of the two. Jim Norton's right. John Legend has an amazing voice. Not a huge fan, but a couple of those songs are very catchy, and I do appreciate them. But then, I don't know, let Common do a different song.
Exactly.
People rapping and having rhythm and blues hooks has become very, very successful and popular.
Yeah, I know, but I would just rather have him sing it. He's...
Yeah, I know, it's become the thing, but I don't
They
really...
say, get glory, we'll get out of here. Shut up. Fucking sick of it. I don't mind some. Like the white girl in the back, she doesn't know what to do.
Notice Common's not singing along to that part because
He
he
doesn't
can't
sing, he's a rapper.
Exactly.
Oh, they feel obligated to stand
Everyone
up.
has to stand up.
Well, they have to. There's a bunch of black people on stage just standing there. Oh, Oprah, stop clapping too hard.
And that guy's crying his eyes out. Was that the Martin Luther King guy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everyone's crying. Ugh.
They showed Chris Pine crying.
I know.
Oh, God, why doesn't he stop it?
Because he's had a very tough life.
Well, he understands. He understands the struggle.
Absolutely.
A lot of us understand the struggle, Sam.
That's right. We were involved
Obviously.
with it. Mm-hmm. We benefited from it. It's white people.
Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to John in Jersey. He's going to explain this black thing. John, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, guys, how you doing? Sam, you're a tool. You didn't get it right. The whole black and white thing is, if you guys noticed, not a single black person was nominated for an Academy Award this year. Nobody. So they're all protesting it because they're saying that it's Hollywood's way of racial equality and this and that. That's the whole reason why they were trying to protest it.
Didn't we say that, though?
That's exactly what we said.
And then
you said the black and white movie thing. It had nothing to do with the movie.
we didn't really.
The awards were for.
Yes.
We didn't really say that. There wasn't one black person nominated. I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
And also, Sammy, let me ask you a question. Did you just
I didn't realize there was none, Sam, is what I'm saying. Huh?
NPH?
Yeah, NPH. That's right.
Neil
Yeah, I
Patrick
did. I
Harris.
said that. That's his name.
Yeah, that's what he's called.
Yeah.
Really?
That's right.
Okay.
NPH.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm not too cool then. Sorry, guys.
What do you think of his hog?
Big hefty gift, huh?
I don't know. I thought it looked a little droopy. There was some droopy and sickness to it, I think.
Well, possibly.
I think he did an all right job, though, overall.
NPH?
Yeah, MPH, he's the man.
I don't know who really enjoys the Oscars. We all make believe we're excited to watch, and then we watch and go, this is just a fucking letdown.
Women like the Oscars.
Yeah.
I was pissed off, like you guys. I stood up the whole time. I wound up going to bed before they even announced the good stuff.
That's what I did. I couldn't take it anymore.
It's killing me.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, later.
And what, Julianne Moore won for a movie, Still Alice? Did anyone see this movie, Still Alice?
No.
She won Best Actress. That's a biggie.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise.
It is a surprise because I've never even heard of Still Alice.
Well, Alice was such a well acted. Linda Lavin was so good in the sitcom. I don't blame her.
It wasn't based on that.
Who sang the theme song? Used to be sad. Was it the same song?
I don't know.
Linda Lavin's story.
Early to rise, early to bed.
Oh, so good.
Oh, good. You might have any of that pesky rap in it.
And cleaned and wet out of my head.
Dude, now this is music, huh, guys?
Life with blinders on, it's
Oh, Sam's taking a shot at us. I heard that. You took a shot at us.
Me! There's a new girl in town, and she's looking good. There's a fresh, freckled face in the neighborhood.
Just fade this out.
No, you're missing the best part.
What's the best part?
At the end.
Eric's refusing to turn it down. Oh no, as he makes the pop up for a while. Oh no. Terrible. She thought she was really hitting an emotional home run with that one.
Yes. What is Still Alice about?
I don't know. I didn't see the movie, but I mean,
But everyone said she was going to win for this
everybody
thing?
said she was going to win, yeah.
A movie that no one saw?
Yeah?
What's the synopsis of Still Alice?
It's about a girl who takes really long shits, and then when they walk in, they're like, "Who's in the bathroom?" Still Alice.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
Fantastic.
That's what they should have called the fucking theory of everything. Still Steven, because he doesn't move much.
Still, Steven?
No, still, because he's not moving. He's just fucking
staying still.
Yeah. It's not moving. There's the plot. Go down a little bit. Dr. Alice Howland. That's Julianne
She have
Moore.
Alzheimer's or some shit.
What that whole...
A professor of linguistics at Columbia University, mother of 3 children and wife to John, who's Alec Baldwin in the movie, learns that she is suffering from early onset Alzheimer's disease after discovering it was genetically inherited from
So she's
her
the young
children.
woman with the
Alzheimer's. Oh, okay.
She's a-
I could play Alzheimer's. That's not hard to play.
How would you play?
Who are you?
That's how you would play it.
I don't even know you.
Yeah, we know each other. I've been here the whole time.
I'm confused. I'm going to go nap.
That just sounds like a downer. Why would you spend your afternoon watching that?
I didn't. Most people didn't. But
Well, you might have. You might have.
if you forget.
You don't remember.
Yeah. And then the Glenn Campbell song
Who are you?
was a biggie last night.
Jim, it's Opie.
Oh,
Hey,
I don't
show.
recognize him.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. I can't remember anything.
Hollywood's going to come calling.
Oh.
The opening number in Batman was terrible. I don't know what that means. I would like to see the guy from Unbreakable. What does that mean?
The old guy.
What about it?
I don't know.
Unbreakable, like a old movie?
Was she
Yeah.
nominated for anything, that movie?
Who?
That movie wasn't nominated.
Angelina Jolie?
Good.
She wasn't. No, that movie received no nomination.
Oh, that movie sucked.
I didn't think,
Why
I didn't
didn't
think
you
it's,
say that before?
I wouldn't say it sucked. It was okay. It wasn't.
You guys said it was good.
No, I didn't say it was good. I said it was okay.
It was good.
You just said it sucked.
Yeah, you
Well, it
just
sucked
reversed,
as far as the Oscars go.
you just reversed yourself. The senior drill instructor would have beat you hard
I
for
know.
reversing yourself.
I guess I got to explain. Like, everyone was talking about how she might be the first woman to win Best Director or something
Who?
like that. Angelina Jolie.
Who is she?
Oh, no. Still
Jimmy, you all right?
I don't know what's happening.
We're just starting this conversation.
Oh, okay.
So it was a good movie.
What was?
But it wasn't
That's still Chip Paw.
but it wasn't a great movie, and it didn't deserve any Oscars. Did it win anything?
Was nominated.
For nothing, right? I mean, across the board,
maybe
nothing.
effects or something. But no,
Well, that's why I'm
nothing real.
asking Sam Roberts.
It wasn't nominated for any of the big awards.
Let me see. I don't think he got a nomination for any of the biggies.
No, nothing for the biggies.
Nada. And that's where it belonged. Oh, no, it got nominated for Best Cinematography.
I mean...
But Birdman won that one as well. Yeah, it was just an okay movie.
Trisha Arquette is still fucking hot, man.
She's got big old titties.
Yeah, I want to suckle them. I want to suckle her tits, but I want to wrap my arms and legs around her back like a giant baby.
Really?
Yeah. I want to nurse on those feeders.
What noise would you make?
That suckle sound. It's really creepy.
Nice. She wants women to get the same pay as men. That's what she did with her acceptance speech.
That's right.
But
And
wait,
Meryl Streep, like, fucking was all about it.
in Hollywood?
I don't know.
In general.
I guess in
Oh,
general.
yeah, all right, fair enough. But
Yeah, can we hear that thing, Sammy?
Bet.
Because Meryl Streep got up and down and was just like pumping and clapping and pointing, and she got all excited about this.
I'm sure she makes as much as her male counterparts, doesn't she?
Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
I think she does very well in Hollywood.
Julia Roberts does okay.
I think most of them do extremely well in Hollywood, but I don't think she was
Patricia
talking about the
Arquette.
Hollywood broads.
That was an independent film. That was a fucking Richard Linklater movie. It was an independent movie. It wasn't a fucking.
But what if Ethan Hawke made more money? I think that's the point. Not
He's a bigger draw than she is. He's a bigger name, whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, she was on the bench. No one gave a shit about her.
There was a
True Romance, and then what?
Exactly.
Sam, comment.
There was a big article about leading actresses making significantly less money.
I don't remember you.
Okay.
Do they make millions though?
Yeah, I mean.
All right, then shut up. If you're in the millions category, shut your mouth.
No.
That's how I feel. What is she talking about? She's crying because she made 2 and the other guy made 3. They're making millions.
I'd like the 3 though instead of 2.
Well, she's fine.
How about whoever just brings the most people into the box office?
Right.
Make it all like bringers, like you just get a ticket percentage. Who'd you come
who
to
are
see?
you here to see?
It's
Julianne.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, let's hear her talk about this equality thing.
I want to kiss her.
Thank you to the Academy, to my beautiful, powerful nominees, to IFC, Jonathan Staring, John Sloth, Kathleen Sutherland, Molly Madden, David DiCamillo, our whole cast and our crew, my boyhood family, who I love and admire, our brilliant director, Richard Linklater, the impeccable Ethan Hawke, my lovelies, Eller Coltrane, Lorelai Linklater, Thomas and Paul, thank you for giving me my beautiful children. Anto and Harlow, you're the deepest people that I know.
Thanks.
My friends who all work so hard to make this world a better place.
Thank you, I
To my
did.
parents, Rosanna, Richmond, Alexis, and David.
Whatever.
To my favorite painter in the world,
Who's
Eric
that?
White.
Da Vinci?
For the inspiration of living with a genius. To my
That's what my
heroes,
mother called
volunteers,
me.
and experts who've helped me bring ecological sanitation to the developing world with
This is zooted.
GiveLove.org. To every woman who gave
Every
birth.
woman?
To every taxpayer and citizen of this nation.
Why is Dave Grohl back there?
Have fought for everybody else's equal rights. It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America.
That's a good point. Oh my God, couldn't believe she said that shit.
They're all shocked that she said something controversial,
She
Sam.
didn't though.
They're very happy they support women
Yeah,
making
exactly.
as much
How
money
about in porn? How come no one's fighting for male equality in porn?
Right.
Guys don't make as much for scenes in porn.
They do very well.
That's what I would have mentioned.
Well,
Women get more money for anal in porn, but the men don't.
I thought you had a really good retort. Like, oh, wait till I hear this one.
The sound of me hitting the podium to silent reverberation.
That would have been the sound of the end of your career.
Yeah, I would have just made the Alice noise and walk. I would have went fall, 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 and then walked off out of silence.
I would have enjoyed that part of the award show
If
quite
I
a bit.
bombed.
Oh, yeah. And then tried to save yourself with the Alice song. I would have really enjoyed that. Because I would have known that the public would have had a terrible opinion of
Nobody
you.
would have known what I was doing. 2 people in the audience are like, "Oh yeah, that was that show." Fucking asshole this guy is.
All right. So she wants equal pay. That's not a bad thing, right, Sam?
I think it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think the women are catching up, aren't they, in general?
They're catching up. They're getting there.
All right, good. And now the news did Sniper get snubbed.
Ooh.
Well, because it's doing crazy numbers at the
I guarantee
box
you
office.
Fox is talking about it. I'm not even looking.
Turn around. There you go. It's Fox with the headline, Did Sniper Get Snubbed? 6 nominations, 1 award. It is a big movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Best Picture, but it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's a big movie, but it's not Best Picture. It wasn't the best movie of...
I think we did this. Lady Gaga, the Common, John Legend thing, Travolta, Terrence Howard. Sean Penn makes a green card joke.
Yeah, he was...
As the intro's Best Picture, but it turns out he's pals with the guy or something. And that's how they joke or something like that, so everyone should just shut the fuck up.
I guess so.
And relax about it.
Right.
I got that story right. Sean Penn made a green card joke when Alejandro Gonzalez won Best Director. He said, "Who gave this son of a bitch his green card?" But he knows the guy.
He's just kidding around. He's busting balls.
Lots of people got offended on Twitter, but the two have been friends for a long time, and the director said later he was not offended and that they both joke with each other like that.
Yes, but it's in front of 1 billion people, as we discussed earlier. That's like if me and you have a joke where we say, like, hey, good morning, who's sucking whose cock first?
Well,
and I said that at the podium.
Is that like that?
Yeah, hey, our next nominee, hey, I wonder if he's going to suck my cock or I'm going to suck his. People are like, I don't care if you joke that way. I don't want to hear it. I don't know why I had to use that example. It's just a silly one.
Yeah.
It's being cute.
All right. Oscars. Another year.
Only thing is, you just didn't get to hear the Lady Gaga thing. Is the only thing.
You want to hear it a little bit?
Jim had said that he wanted to hear Mama Monster.
I watched it last night when I got home.
She did great, without a doubt.
I didn't like how everybody was surprised that she sang well.
Why?
Because of course she could sing well. She's been singing well.
I thought her voice sounded amazing. Like, that voice was ridiculous last night.
Yeah, she sounds great, but she always sounds great.
She's got some very catchy pop songs, but I never thought of her having an amazing voice. But last night she showed that. No doubt about it, Sammy. I can't fuck around with that.
No dizzle.
No dizzle. And it's pretty brave to take on Julie Andrews like that. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
And supposedly Julie Andrews can't sing anymore. That's the reason why they do that.
I wish you would have said that. I'm only doing this because Julie Andrews
can't sing.
Yes, sounds like a bus backfiring when she tries to croon out of tune.
I think she had some throat procedures that messed up her voice.
Oh, no. The fucking placement of jism made her... I'm guessing that's what it was.
The jism went down the wrong...
She's backstage clearing her throat. Coming around.
Permanent case of jism in the throat.
Right now, I'm not supposed to swallow before I sing, but... Ugh, terrible impression.
Are we really going to go to break with this?
Well, we should. It's a real home
right.
run.
We'll see how far we get into this. Good morning, everyone. The Beatles. To start us off here. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too today.
I just got to say it. I'm tired. Those Oscars stink. Every year, everyone talks about watching the Oscars, and then you realize it sucks. It's so slow. It's so boring.
And they started later this year.
What time they start?
8:30.
Why?
I don't know why they did that.
They're only concerned about the West Coast. They don't give a shit about the East Coast.
Oh, is that why they did that? To try to get some more West Coast viewers?
Probably.
Oh, my God. And then you try to live tweet it, and you realize there's nothing really going on that you can even goof on.
Well.
And then I went to bed at 11:30, and you miss all the good awards.
You miss like an hour.
Yeah, an hour, but it's all the good stuff. They just shove in the last, 20 minutes of the show?
Yeah, all the big awards.
So I watched the first 2.5 hours where it's all the nonsense awards, all the who gives a fucks. Best editing, best sound mixing, best short film, best anime. Who gives a fuck? Movies you'll never see.
That's the only reason they do that stuff, because they know you're going to wait for Best Picture.
Right. But why can't they spread it out a little bit? Because they shove all the big ones one after another at the end of the show. Maybe take a couple of those and move it in the middle of the show to keep people interested.
They don't want people going to bed. Because everybody's still buzzed. They're like, ooh, the show's starting, and blah, blah, blah.
They also don't want to lose the audience.
Or what was the hashtag last night? Ask us
Drunk
more.
driving?
I think it was Ask Us More. So basically, stop asking us about our dresses and ask us a more intelligent question.
Like panties. I'd like to ask that.
That would be the way to go, right?
So, what kind of cunt covers you wearing?
Yeah, the hashtag was Ask Her More.
Reese Witherspoon is always so good with questions. She's the one that asked police, "Do you know who I am?"
I am.
Hi, Reese. I know who you are.
Remember
and then
the cop
pause.
thing?
You just pause. So do you think that people should not be calling the police pigs? Do you have a comment?
Just trying to ask more.
Yeah.
Yep. What were the highlights, E-Rock? You watched? Who watched? Sam, you watch?
Yeah, I watched a bunch of it.
A little bit.
There were some highlights. I mean, everybody was raving about the opening number with
Why?
Anna Kendrick and Jack Black, and of course, our host for the evening,
Jack Black is quirky.
NPH.
Well, Jack Black interrupted the opening number.
Oh, no.
That's why he's the metal god, Grammy Award winning
Yes.
Jack Black.
He was all right. I mean, it was fine. The opening
Hollywood
number
goes-
was fine.
Some funny stuff they like.
You like what?
It's just it's great.
Yeah.
What did they do to interrupt? How do you interrupt? Nobody came out.
All of a sudden, he was in the audience and was like, I need to get involved with this.
Yeah, for a second I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were just doing the intro. Yeah.
I think the audience would lose interest. That's the one the audience cares
Right.
about. So I think that for the enthusiasm to stay in the room, people would probably be like, I mean, they're not going to walk out.
Oh, no, but I understand you got to keep a couple of them for the end just to keep the audience, but maybe take a couple of them and just move them a little, sooner just to kind of keep it rolling.
Is
My
Best Actress
God.
early? There's one of those. There's a couple that they start
Best
off with.
Supporting Actress is basically the first award. So it starts off like, oh, okay, and then it's 2 hours of holy fuck, this is slow and boring.
I heard they left some people out of the montage too.
Joan Rivers, and
Was it because she didn't do movies?
it's probably because she basically, said fuck you to all those people for years with her red carpet thing. I don't know.
I think they liked her though.
I think she was in a couple movies over the years, right?
Was she though?
Yeah, she's been in a few movies.
She should have been there.
I mean, the documentary that she did is a movie.
That's true.
Exactly, and it was well received, as they say.
That's true.
Well received.
Yeah, but you get to watch like a lot of the fun musical numbers.
Huh?
The fun musical numbers.
Well, what do you mean?
Like you get they do those early on.
There was one really good one which I watched at the end.
Huh?
A musical number.
Which one?
I thought that Lady Gaga's tribute to Julie Andrews was very good.
Who?
Mama Monster did a very wonderful job.
I'm with.
Not waiting outside, or are they just pre-taping?
No, they're just kind of, they all go to the Oscars later.
Yeah, they pre-tape some of it, but also the red carpet's longer, so like the people get there early, they'll tape.
Oh,
it,
well,
I guess,
ABC tapes some shit.
Yeah.
ahead of time, of course.
but they got to pack in that half hour of just goodness.
Of goodness.
Yeah, just figuring out like who's wearing what and who's excited about who. Just super exciting stuff.
You're pissing off the feminists, Sam Roberts.
Why? That's what I'm watching for.
The ladies want to be asked more questions than what they're wearing.
It's the Oscars. What possible questions would you ask? I mean, you ask the guys what they're wearing.
Reese Witherspoon.
Who do you hope wins the Best Actor award this evening?
Right.
Have you done that before?
I have. Hello. I've saw a lot of your motion pictures. Competition spheres. Who do you think should win Best Picture this evening?
You took the mic away from your mouth halfway through.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
I'd watch that. I would watch that very thing.
Jim Norton's poorly worded questions.
Yes.
on the red
Julianne
carpet.
Moore. I mean, in Boogie Nights. You did a wonderful job, and my friends and I enjoyed it. But tonight it's different. What are your thoughts?
Well,
Terrible implications to that question.
Reese Witherspoon started some trend or something. Ask us more. Yeah.
She was belting out those tunes really well.
She pulled it off.
Of course she did.
She probably should have covered up her trumpet tattoo, though. Show a little respect for Julie Andrews.
What do you mean cover up her trumpet?
Julie
tattoo?
Andrews is like royalty.
Gaga's royalty.
I agree.
I think Gaga puts up her flabby arms and there's a trumpet tattoo on her right arm.
Mama Monster was using that to trumpet call to all of her little monsters, and we heard her.
Did you have your claws up?
Yes, I did.
We're not playing the number.
I'm born this way.
We can acknowledge that the number was fine and she pulled it off, but we don't have to play it, do we?
Well,
I don't know. There's another version that was pretty good.
what version?
The hills are alive with the sound of Pecca's.
Pecca's.
Was Chip singing along and coming up with fun lyrics?
Just that one.
That was it.
That's it?
That's it.
I guess.
He was like, I'm done. I did it. I figured it out.
Yeah. Sometimes Travis enjoys one and it gets done.
And that's it.
That's it.
I guess they changed the time so you could get more red carpet in.
Yeah, because
What does that mean?
E does their red carpet.
Right. And then they're told to beat it.
Right, they have to stop at 8.
They tell them to scram because it's ABC's exclusive.
And then the network wants their own red carpet.
Right.
Because they know they'll get people to tune in longer because you got to watch the red carpet.
But wait a minute. If they have their. So what are the people doing? Just hanging